It began with a single handshake, firm, uncertain, but charged with something greater than tradition. Two worlds, long separated by silence and skin, paused. No banners waved, no grand speeches rang. Yet in that moment, culture met culture, and suspicion loosened its grip. Eyes locked, histories whispered, and in the stillness, something ancient broke. The barrier of race. The air shifted, suspense thick, yet sacred, as both sides stepped beyond fear, not with loud declarations, but with the quiet courage to enjoy the atmosphere of each other's lives. A beginning wrapped in simplicity, yet powerful enough to change everything.
It began with a single handshake, firm, uncertain, but charged with something greater than tradition. Two worlds, long separated by silence and skin, paused. No banners waved, no grand speeches rang. Yet in that moment, culture met culture, and suspicion loosened its grip. Eyes locked, histories whispered, and in the stillness, something ancient broke. The barrier of race. The air shifted, suspense thick, yet sacred, as both sides stepped beyond fear, not with loud declarations, but with the quiet courage to enjoy the atmosphere of each other's lives. A beginning wrapped in simplicity, yet powerful enough to change everything. I watched as the historians of life stood silent, eyes sharp, their memories like swords, guarding not land but legacy. Each man was a sentinel of his own truth. Yet beneath their noble posture, a hidden barrier pulsed, unspoken, unseen, but deeply felt. On one side, a lone figure stood. He was not alone in power, but in presence. His government, unseen, watched like a lion in the thicket, ready to pounce should threat arise. Across the invisible line, three allies stood shoulder to shoulder, bound by an uneasy promise. Keep peace, hold the line. Their governments loomed behind them, iron-faced and unblinking. But what no one could see was that the one standing alone held something dangerous. Not a weapon, not code, but a plan. History whispered warnings in the minds of all watching wars have been started with less. One move, one word, one misread gesture, and blood could baptize the soil once again. He was coming. That was the report. And on every desk, every screen, across all nations, a red-letter memorandum burned like prophecy. Remain calm and allow the visit. The air grew thick and sacred. Still, soldiers clenched their rifles. The sky held its breath. The ground beneath their boots seemed to hum with ancient tension. And then, he stepped forward. No horns, no banners, just the sound of footsteps, soft, sure, and full of something the world hadn't seen in a long time. Faith. He crossed the barrier no man could see, but every soul could feel. The Allied leaders narrowed their eyes. Their soldiers held their fire. He moved not with threat, but with trust. Then, in the center of the divide, he extended his hand and said in his innocence voice, quiet yet bold, "My name is Blake." Time seemed to hold its breath, and then one of the three stepped forward, eyes softening, heartbreaking protocol. "Hi," he said. "My name is Roger." Blake smiled. Then they turned, hand outstretched to the others. "And can I play with you?" The soldiers dropped their gaze. The governments, once divided, grew still. And what war could not do, a child's question did. 4 nations became one. The barrier, broken not by power, but by presence. And a bystander, tears tracing the lines of his weathered face, whispered as if to heaven itself, all it took was a little boy's courage and a handshake.
Isaiah 6:11. The wolf will live with the lamb, the leopard will lie down with the goat, the calf and the lion, and the yearling will be together, and a little child will lead them.
Mixed Emotion is a collaboration of short stories solely created from imagination for entertainment purpose only. In the event, these stories may reflect some incidents of reality of any person's life, or situations of any institutions, is not intended but coincidental. Enjoy Mixed Emotions Short Stories by VG.